So here's a tutorial for the reindeer. So what I used are two dies. I used the spike die, which is die number 1150. Here are the spikes. And I used the Yanet, which is die number 1010 from mariatreto.com. So let's get started. We're going to start off with the spike one first to do our tails. So I'm going to be using this one and this one. And I did gold and red. So I did red for my bottom layer because it's the thicker one. It's more stable. So I'm using gold for that one, the red for this one, and then gold, it's thinner material. So I wouldn't use this as a tail, but since I'm layering on top of the glitter one, which is nice and sturdy, it is okay. So put red here, and we're putting our gold here, make sure everything is covered. And we're gonna roll this through our Sizzix Big Shot Plus. Get my Sizzix plate, put you guys this way. This is my Sizzix Big Shot Plus, and I'm gonna roll it through. Almost dropped it. Okay, this cuts out our tails. So here is the layer piece, and then we have our bottom tail, which looks like this. We're gonna layer it like this. Look how cute. These are the spikes. Next, we're gonna use the Yanet. So the Yanet comes in two dies. I'm using the first die. This one's die number 1010, but you get this Yanet in 1, 2, 3 in 5 different sizes. This is the first die. It comes in 3. The second one has 2 bigger ones, but we're gonna use the 2 smallest ones. We're using this one and we're using this one. So the smallest one right here is gonna be brown. This one's gonna be brown right here. And then this one right here is gonna be gold, our bigger one. Okay, I'm gonna run that through our Sizzix Big Shot Plus. These are bigger dies, so you do need the Sizzix Big Shot Plus to be able to make this bow. This way. Okay, so we have the gold one cut out, and we have our brown one cut out. So we have these. So now we have everything cut out. So here I have everything cut out. We have our 2 tails, we have our 2 Yanet pieces, we have our felties, our alligator clip, a skinnier piece for elevation, and a thicker one for our center strip. So first we're going to do is our Yanet layers. So let's start off with the first one first. We're going to flip it over. I'm going to lower you guys a little bit. We're going to add hot glue right here. A little line of hot glue. We're going to grab these 2 and bring them towards the center. And we're going to press down. So we're looking like this. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to add a strip of hot glue here. Grab these 2, bring them towards the center, and press down. So we're looking like this. Once we have it here, we're going to add hot glue to this tab, bring it towards the middle, and press down. And then we do the same thing on the other side. We're going to add hot glue here. It's going to overlap just a little bit, bring it towards the middle, and press down. And we have a little bit of glue there. I'm going to use a lighter to make sure we don't have that glue showing. So get our lighter, and it goes away. Okay, so here is our first piece, our first layer. We're going to do the same thing with the gold one. So move this one out of the way. Same thing with the gold one. We're going to do a strip of hot glue here. So a Yanet is a good die if you want to add extra layers to your bow and you don't have this piece right here. The Yanet brings it in 5 different sizes, so you can add it to any bow as an add-on. So this is why I like this bow die, because I can add it on. But if you don't have the Yanets, you can also use the Gianna. So if you have the Gianna in different sizes, you can also use the Gianna as well. I'm adding hot glue here, bringing it towards the middle. And so this one is the metallic. It's going to overlap a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit of BSI glue here because it's going to overlap just a little bit. So add a little dab of BSI glue there. I'm adding hot glue to the tab. The glue I'm using is Bob Smith Industry Glue. I use it because if I use regular hot glue, And with the heat and humidity here in Texas, it literally will just peel off. So it's always good to use an extra type of glue. This is my glue of choice, Bob Smith Industry. It's the extra thick kind, and I get this off of Amazon, and I have it linked on my Amazon storefront. Okay, so we have layer 1, we have layer 2 so far. So cute. Now let's do our tails. So this one is the one that's going on top because it's the thinner material. We're gonna lay it on top like this. So we're gonna add hot glue to the middle piece. Add some hot glue. We're gonna glue that one down first, and then we're gonna glue down the little, I like gluing these down because I don't want them flapping. So I'm gonna glue it down. But when you glue it down, make sure you only glue to this section because you don't want to glue all the way and then the glue is gonna show in the back. So add your glue just to right here and then let it go down because you don't want the glue showing in the back. You want a nice clean back. So add hot glue, glue it down, and do that all 4 sides. Add a little hot glue here and press that down. And our last one, add some hot glue here and we're gonna press it down. So there goes our spikes. These are super cute. It reminds me of a TPB spikes. I could never do it with ribbon. I'm so glad we have this one for faux leather because I could never do this with ribbon. So now we have all our pieces. Let's start stacking. So again, this is smooth faux leather. We're gonna need some BSI glue. So we're gonna add some BSI glue here. I'm gonna add hot glue to the back of this one. Hot glue. And we're stacking that one on first. And we're gonna press down. Same thing again. Get our BSI glue. Add that one on there first. We're gonna add hot glue to the one that has glitter. And then stack that one on. And we're gonna press down. So this is how we're looking at so far. So next we're gonna do is, I'm gonna do an elevation piece because I don't want my nose to be all the way inside. Even though it looks okay, I'm gonna elevate just a little bit. So I have 2 pieces of glitter here. I cut one skinnier and then one thicker. This one's gonna be my wraparound piece and this one's gonna be my elevation piece. So for this one, I'm gonna add a little dab of hot glue. We're gonna fold it over. I'm folding it over to the size of the nose. So, and then we're gonna keep on folding until I get to the height I want it. So I think that's good enough. We're gonna measure, yeah, that's good. I'm gonna add hot glue here. Go this way. I'm just gonna elevate it just a little bit. We don't need that much elevation. Cut off what we don't need. Chop that off. And I'm gonna glue this down. I'm gonna glue it down. Let's see, you wanna do vertical or horizontal? Vertical, I want it to be covered. So I think I'm gonna do vertical. Yeah, I'm gonna do vertical. So I'm gonna add hot glue here. And get this piece, put it in the middle. And no one's gonna see this, so trust the process, you guys. So we're looking like this, but no one's gonna see that piece because our wraparound piece, which is a little bit thicker, when we wrap it around, it's gonna cover it. So you won't be able to see it from the sides, and from the top, the little nose is gonna be here. So no one's gonna see it. It just elevates it a little bit and pops more. So I like adding the elevation piece. Okay, so now that we're here, get rid of these little strings. We're gonna add hot glue back here. Get our centerpiece, which is a little bit thicker than the elevation piece. Stick that on there. And then we're gonna wrap it all the way around. So add hot glue here, all the way around. And wrap this all the way around. Then make sure you go back in and press down on the divot area to make sure the glue is actually stuck around our center strip. Go back this way. We're gonna cut off what we don't need. Cut that off. Okay, now that we're here, I have a lot of glue strings. Let me get my lighter because it's annoying me. Let's get rid of these glue strings. When you do that, make sure you use the blue part of the flame. Don't use the orange part because it will scorch your fabric. Okay, I think we got them all off. Yes, we do. Okay, now that we're here, we can glue down our nose. So it has little fuzzies back here, so let's gonna trim it up a little bit. Okay, we're gluing our nose down first. Ta-da! So for here, all we need is hot glue. So we're gonna add a hot glue to the middle. And then put our nose down. So we're looking like that. Now we need the ears, and then we'll do the alligator clip. So let's do our ears. We're gonna glue them down like this. So I'm gonna go back here and I'm gonna glue it down like this. So to glue it down, obviously, since this is the metallic, we are gonna need our BSI glue and hot glue. So I'm gonna do BSI. I added some BSI, can you see? I added some BSI. And I'm adding hot glue to it, y'all. Normally I don't stack them, but right now I am gonna stack them. BSI and hot glue. And then we're gonna stick it back here. And adjust. You have a couple seconds to adjust. Okay, there goes one. We're doing the same thing on the next one. We're gonna add BSI. BSI glue, focus. Then we're gonna do our hot glue right on top of it. And then we're gonna stick it on here. And adjust it real quick before it gets stuck on there. That looks good. Look how cute. Okay, so now we can add our alligator clip with teeth. So this is the 60mm reinforced alligator clips from mariatreto.com as well. I have her page listed in my bio. Everything I used here, the bow die and the gold metallic, can be found on her page, and the alligator clip. Press that down. Looks like it's gonna go over. It's going over just a little bit. So let's trim it up. I don't like covering up my teeth, so. Then we're gonna add our hot glue here. Open up our alligator clip, put it on the inside, press down. And then open it up again. Add our hot glue here. Bring our 1/4 inch grosgrain ribbon towards the middle. Then I'm gonna use my X-Acto and then rub it in to make sure it's nice and stuck on there. I have a little bit of glue here. I don't like that. Let me get my lighter real quick. Make sure our bow is nice and clean. It is. Let's get our bow card. And she is done. Look how cute. So this is the reindeer. I use 2 different dies. I use die number 1010, which is the Yanet. And I use the spike die, which is die number 1150. And you can find these at mariatreto.com. Follow for more tutorials.